In 2026, some of the world's richest countries are facing a problem they never expected. They are running out of workers. Entire industries are struggling to survive as millions retire, birth rates collapse, and there simply aren't enough people to replace them. Now, governments that once made immigration difficult are competing for foreign workers, offering faster visas, easier pathways, and new opportunities for people willing to move. But which countries need workers the most? And where can foreigners actually build a better future? In this video, I'm revealing 6 countries that are looking for foreign workers right now, 2026. And the final country on this list is not the one you expect, so stay till the end. Let's get into it. Number 6. The United Kingdom. The UK issued more than 300,000 skilled worker visas in 2025, a record high. And early 2026 data shows no slowdown, despite government promises to bring overall immigration numbers down. The standard salary threshold for a skilled worker visa is about $48,000 a year. Though jobs on the shortage occupation list expanded again in January 2026, often qualify for a lower threshold than that, making sponsorship considerably easier for roles in genuine demand. The National Health Service alone recruits thousands of overseas healthcare workers every month, and care work, nursing, and hospitality remain among the fastest-moving sponsorship categories in the country. The shortage isn't limited to healthcare either. Construction, social care, and hospitality all appear repeatedly on shortage lists year after year, largely because British workers have been leaving these sectors faster than younger workers enter them, a pattern accelerated by an aging domestic workforce and lingering effects from the pandemic years. To move to the UK under this route, a person generally needs a job offer from a licensed UK sponsor first. The visa is employer-tied, not something applied for independently. The employer issues a certificate of sponsorship, and the applicant then applies online with proof of the job offer, salary, English language ability, and sufficient funds to support themselves initially. Processing typically takes 3 to 8 weeks from outside the UK. Many care and healthcare providers actively advertise sponsorship on international job boards, which is usually the fastest way for foreign candidates to find an eligible employer without going through a recruitment agency first. Number 5. Australia. In December 2024, Australia replaced its previous shortage visa with the Skills in Demand visa, built around 3 salary-based tiers. The top tier, Specialist Skills, covers salaries above roughly $93,000 a year and can be processed in as little as 7 days, one of the fastest visa turnarounds of any developed country. The middle tier, Core Skills, covers salaries between roughly $50,000 and $93,000 and spans 456 separate occupations across healthcare, construction, IT, and education. The bottom tier, Essential Skills, targets lower-paid but critical roles in aged care, hospitality, and meat processing sectors Australian employers have struggled to staff domestically for years. Australia also lowered its minimum required work experience from 2 years to 1, widening the pool of eligible applicants considerably. Regional Australia adds another layer of opportunity here. Certain rural and regional areas offer additional visa pathways and permanent residency incentives specifically to attract workers away from oversaturated major cities like Sydney and Melbourne. Since regional healthcare and agricultural shortages tend to be even more severe than shortages in the cities. To apply, a candidate needs a job offer from an approved Australian sponsor, then submits a visa application tied to the relevant salary tier, along with a skills assessment relevant to their occupation. Higher earners in the Specialist Skills tier benefit the most from speed, since their applications skip much of the standard queue. For those in the Core or Essential tiers, working with a registered migration agent or applying directly through employers already accredited as sponsors tends to produce faster, more reliable results than applying independently without a confirmed job offer in hand. Number 4. Canada. Canada's foreign worker programs are built around eventual permanent residency rather than a temporary work stamp that needs constant renewal, which sets it apart from several other countries facing similar shortages. Salaries in healthcare are strong. Registered nurses typically earn between $60,000 and $100,000 a year. Physicians and specialists can earn $120,000 and sometimes over $300,000, depending on experience and location. and entry-level personal support workers usually start around $50,000 to $75,000. In 2026, Canada introduced new express entry categories, specifically for medical doctors, researchers, and transport workers with Canadian experience as part of a broader plan targeting more than 500,000 new permanent residents annually. Trades occupations are also heavily prioritized, covering carpenters, plumbers, and general contractors, alongside education roles for teachers and early childhood educators, sectors where Canada has faced persistent shortfalls for years due to slow domestic training pipelines and an aging skilled workforce. The main pathway is express entry, a points-based system called the Comprehensive Ranking System that scores candidates on age, education, language ability, and work experience. To apply, a candidate first creates an online profile, gets a language test score from an approved provider, and, if needed, has foreign credentials assessed for Canadian equivalency through recognized organizations. Candidates are then placed in a pool and periodically invited to apply based on their score or based on category-specific draws. Healthcare and STEM applicants often receive invitations at significantly lower scores than general candidates, which makes those two fields the most realistic entry points for most foreign applicants right now. Number 3, Germany. Germany's Federal Employment Agency has stated the country needs at least 300,000 qualified foreign workers every year just to maintain its current economic output. With roughly 260,000 positions unfilled at the moment, healthcare alone accounts for about 46,000 open vacancies for nurses and doctors, and the gap in nursing and elderly care is projected to widen to between 350,000 and 500,000 unfilled positions by 2035. If current trends continue. To close this gap, Germany lowered the EU Blue Card salary threshold to roughly $50,000 a year for shortage occupations, including IT and engineering, a meaningful drop from previous years designed specifically to widen the applicant pool. The country also introduced the Opportunity Card, a points-based visa allowing a worker to enter Germany for up to 12 months without a job offer already secured, something most major economies don't permit at all. This visa is particularly useful for candidates who want to search for work in person rather than apply remotely, since many German employers still prefer meeting candidates face-to-face before extending an offer. For the Blue Card route, an applicant needs a university degree recognized in Germany or comparable qualifications, plus a job offer. Meeting the salary threshold, the employer usually handles much of the paperwork once an offer is made. The Opportunity Card works differently. Candidates earn points based on qualifications, language skills, age, and prior connection to Germany. Germany has also signed direct bilateral labor agreements with India, the Philippines, and Morocco, and candidates from those countries can often apply through structured, government-backed recruitment channels rather than navigating the system alone. If this video is helping you plan a move, hit like and subscribe now, it really helps. And drop a comment. Which country so far would you actually consider moving to? Number 2, Japan. Japan has opened 1.23 million visa slots across 16 sectors under its expanded Specified Skilled Worker Program, targeting 820,000 foreign workers by 2029, a figure that was doubled from the original plan, once it became clear the initial target wasn't nearly enough. Wages vary by sector and region. Nursing care roles under this program typically start around $22,000 to $30,000 a year, modest by Western standards, though a lower cost of living and, in many cases, subsidized housing offset a meaningful part of that gap. Construction and manufacturing roles under the same visa category often pay somewhat more than caregiving positions. This shortage is severe because Japan's population isn't just aging, it's shrinking overall, meaning fewer young workers are entering the labor force every year than are leaving it through retirement or death. That combination doesn't exist at the same scale in most other countries here, which is part of why Japan's visa targets keep expanding rather than stabilizing. To apply, candidates generally need to pass a Japanese language proficiency test at a basic conversational level, plus a skills test specific to their sector. Both are offered in several countries outside Japan, including the Philippines, Vietnam, and Indonesia, through government-approved testing centers. Many workers apply through licensed sending organizations in their home country, which handle language and skills preparation and connect candidates directly with Japanese employers. This route is generally more accessible than applying independently, since most Japanese employers hiring under this program work exclusively through these approved intermediary organizations rather than reviewing individual applications sent from abroad. Number 1. Italy. Italy authorized 497,550 work visas for foreign workers across 2026 to 2028 under a decree signed in October 2025, making it the largest legal labor migration program currently running in Europe. Broken down by year, that's roughly 165,000 new foreign workers entering in 2026 alone. Within that quota sits a dedicated allocation of 13,600 visas, specifically for caregivers, plus an additional 10,000 visas aimed at care for people over 80 or living with disabilities. Salaries for caregiving roles are generally modest, often around $15,000 to $23,000 a year, while skilled trades and manufacturing positions typically pay somewhat more. Italy recorded its lowest number of births since 1861, a statistic that explains much of the urgency behind this program. Unlike a short-term staffing gap caused by a single event, this shortage reflects decades of declining birth rates compounding year after year, which is why Italy's quota is significantly larger than any other country covered here. Applying under this system, known as the Decreto Flussi, works differently from most points-based systems elsewhere. An Italian employer must first request authorization to hire a specific foreign worker, and once approved, the worker applies for an entry visa at an Italian consulate in their home country. Because demand for these quotas is high and application windows open for limited periods each year, many workers go through licensed recruitment agencies that specialize in matching foreign candidates with Italian employers already prepared to sponsor a work permit. Care and domestic work positions are frequently filled through agencies that work directly with families or care homes, which tends to be faster than trying to find an individual sponsor independently. These are the 6 countries with the most severe foreign worker shortages right now, based on the size of the gap, the visa programs in place, the salaries involved, and the realistic steps required to actually get there. Caregiving stands out as a shared need across nearly every country covered here, reflecting the same underlying pattern: aging populations growing faster than the domestic workforce available to support them. If you found this breakdown useful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more updates on international work opportunities, visa programs, and global career trends. Immigration policies are constantly changing as governments adjust quotas, requirements, and pathways for foreign workers, so staying informed can help you spot new opportunities as they emerge.